spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will... out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown Tide. A great catch and run for 6.
Forget establishing the run game. Go up top right now. Play one. Be aggressive. You told everybody all week, we're going to come out, we're going to be aggressive, and they are. They take the shot. They get rewarded. One play, one touchdown. What a start.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Play fake, now to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat...
It's a seam wide open. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Georgia won the SEC a season ago, but face-planted in the playoff, largely due to their offensive issues. But Kirby Smart is certainly reloaded at the skill positions.
I've reloaded, and obviously the quarterback spot was an issue all last year and then down the stretch, and now interested to see how the page turns with Gunnar Stockton at the helm. Does it bounce back offensively? Do they look like the Georgia of old?
Yeah, this is an expectation, obviously, that Kirby Smart has created of excellence, and they've done really great high school recruiting, obviously brought in some key players through the portal as well. You know what this is going to look like, a physically dominant team on both sides of the ball, but that QB position, that's the key.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Stockton. Under fire. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
You wonder if there's just a little bit of rust with this offense right now coming off the bye week, right? They just haven't been able to get clicking in this game throwing the football. They're going to have to find that mojo and get back into a rhythm here pretty quickly.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Sends it downfield. Makes the grab plenty for the first down. Touchdown, Georgia. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the ground with the back. Fights off a defender. Got the first down and more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Back to throw, it's Russell. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back. Just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the defense, got him at the 27.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. This rivalry might not be as bitter for Alabama as the ones against Auburn or Tennessee, or for Georgia, the ones against Florida or Georgia Tech. But when Alabama and Georgia have met over the past decade or so, No matchup has been more impactful across the SEC or college football.
Oh, there's no doubt. Georgia's had a Bama problem. I mean, they've kind of had their number. Obviously got over the hurdle for the national championship, but some great teams that have been held back because Alabama's dominance. This is a big rivalry. This is a huge day for the Dogs.
Anytime these teams play, it feels like a national championship. Even more than an SEC championship. We've seen that time and time again. The one thing I know, Georgia's defense is going to know where Ryan Williams is lining up each and every play because the true freshman last year ate this defense alive.
And the Dogs are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but I think just invoke the fear of God into this defense because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They've already converted a 4th down here in the first quarter, and they'll try it again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Perhaps drawing confidence by converting an earlier 4th down. They'll try to do it for a 2nd time in the opening quarter. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and
turning it on. Got enough for the 1st. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
And the Bulldogs are flying down the field. Might as well give it to him again. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air, it's Stockton. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Dead center perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. USC went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Trojans in a statement win if there ever was one. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The drive starts from their own 25 5-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They'd love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses like phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they're looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions. They've been trying to create some juice, Palmer. Now they got to go out and do it.
I think they realized, too, a year ago they weren't as talented as some of their opponents, but they also gave some games away. And they've got to be better in critical down and distances in big moments when they get into these SEC conference games this season.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. To throw, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. And we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw again. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll move the wide receiver. On the move. Wide open spaces. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. There he goes. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Quick timeout call by the offense. the play. So now it's 2nd and long. Trying to escape and get it himself. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
That's so many of these read plays with quarterbacks because they're so smart and they're so athletic now. He makes the correct read, the correct decision, goes and gets the first down, new set of downs. Great job by the quarterback.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They've got a first down here to open the period. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now on the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. The play-action fake. Rushes on him. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
It's so important when a safety drops that he takes the right angles. You see those receivers flying across his face. He's got to go meet the ball and the receiver a lot of times at the same time. Great break. Great job getting to the football and then securing. A lot of times you're like, oh, man, catch it, catch it, catch it. One of the best things.
90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Hand off from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off. hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Caught over the middle, it's Thomas. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Now last year there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help them the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position.
Picked off, what a play to set him up. Looking for more room. Inside the 10.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown, and this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Kansas State looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up 14 over UCF. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll move the tight end. Give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught, close to the marker, it's Branch. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. They're on that 3rd down.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll leave it with him. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Quarterback keeper works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On the ground with the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there. He forced the TFL.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wideout. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It must be great to be a Georgia linebacker. Coming downhill with speed. Defensive front eats up blockers, and you make the play.
It is nice, and it's nice because usually they got 3 guys in front of you. They're eating 5, and those linebackers get to come downhill, make plays in the backfield like you saw right here.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Russell. Using his legs to buy some time. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
They take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Quickly complete. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play some.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Quarterback may change this route. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Rides the back on the option. The gift. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the 2nd half. Let's see what he can do with the return. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Stockton. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, and most QBs will tell you it starts from the waist down, and the feet have to be tied really well with the upper body and with mechanics. And you could tell, drifted a little bit there. Because of that, inaccurate throw.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Makes the grab. It's McCray. And they'll knock him down.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught behind the line. It's McCray. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4 down. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
And off to Jones. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try to get outside. That's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the 1st half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter and get a stop on 3rd, that should really help their confidence.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Dogs!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Miller with the ball. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. They
coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field. You get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far, he's making some big plays in this ballgame.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Keeps it on the draw. He breaks the tackle.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Looking for room at the 30. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Missouri just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory. And that's really the standard there in Columbia. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Tight end now in motion. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Under fire. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
They're setting up the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Bringing the heat. hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's McCray. He's loose. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the Dogs want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quinnen Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
There he goes! They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. Georgia going back to work with another first down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Georgia! They take the lead with the 6. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Back to pass, it's Russell. He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Might be changing the route. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. No other words. That was just a terrible throw. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on the guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Rolling right and going deep. Already toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Georgia going up tempo. To the air, it's Stockton. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A run for the quarterback. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking downfield, it's Russell. He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. Because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with it.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He wants to change this route. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Hand off from the shotgun. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, the ground game. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Now, 4th down.
Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. Trying to get it to the marker. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. A designed run for the quarterback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on designed plays. If you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done then.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. To the air, it's Simpson. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play in this game.
He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
Now the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Kansas State is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Manhattan for some time. They're up by 17 over UCF. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Slings it downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Pressure coming. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game now.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And the Bulldogs need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And he makes the grab in the back of the end zone, but the officials are all over it, signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Throws to the wideout. It's complete.
I'll tell you